Hello everyone, welcome to our channel X. In this video, we'll be exploring the top 10 most fascinating bans and reforms in history. Let's get started. The Prohibition in the United States was enacted in 1920 with the 18th Amendment. During this period, the production, sale, and transportation of alcohol were banned. However, instead of reducing social issues, the Prohibition unexpectedly worsened them. Illegal alcohol production, smuggling, and underground bars became widespread. The rise of notorious gangsters like Al Capone occurred during this time. Since Prohibition increased crime rather than maintaining social order, it was repealed in 1933 with the 21st Amendment. Foot binding, a tradition that lasted for nearly 1,000 years in China, was common among upper-class women. Small feet were considered a symbol of beauty and status, but the practice caused significant suffering for women. With the establishment of the Republic of China in 1912, modernization efforts accelerated, and foot binding was officially banned. Despite the ban, the practice continued for a while in rural areas. This reform was an important step toward empowering women in society. In 1800, a law was passed in Paris that prohibited women from wearing pants. This ban aimed to enforce societal gender roles of the time by requiring women to wear skirts. Although the law remained in effect, it stopped being enforced from the late 19th century onward. With the rise of women's rights movements, the law became obsolete and was officially repealed in 2013. The Meiji Restoration steered Japan towards Western-style modernization. As part of this process, the Japanese government sought to eliminate the last remnants of the feudal system by banning the samurai class from carrying swords. For centuries, samurai had been Japan's military elite, commanding great power and respect. However, this law was a reform aimed at ensuring that military power in modern Japan remained under state control. The sword-carrying ban became a symbol of Japan's farewell to its feudal past. As one of the most powerful civilizations in Anatolia, the Hittites introduced progressive reforms regarding women's rights. Hittite laws granted women the right to divorce and inherit property. These reforms ensured the protection of women's rights in the event of divorce, including securing the care of children born from the marriage. Such innovations improved the social and economic status of women and contributed to a more balanced structure within Hittite society. Tsar Peter I of Russia initiated a series of reforms to modernize his country along the lines of Western European states. One of the most curious reforms was the introduction of a beard tax. Traditionally, Russian men viewed growing a beard as a religious obligation. However, Peter, in his effort to create a modern image and follow Western European fashion, did not ban beards, but imposed a tax on them. Men who chose to keep their beards had to pay this tax and were given a beard token as proof of payment. In the 17th century, Sultan Murad IV of the Ottoman Empire banned the consumption of tobacco, coffee, and alcohol to maintain social discipline. The Sultan was particularly concerned about groups gathering in coffeehouses to discuss politics, fearing potential uprisings. As part of his strict policies, violators of these bans could face the death penalty. Although these harsh measures created unrest among the public, they were intended to reinforce the Sultan's authority. The British colonial administration held a complete monopoly over the production and sale of salt in India, denying the Indian people the right to produce or sell their own salt. In response to this unjust law, Mahatma Gandhi organized a peaceful protest. In 1930, thousands of Indians, led by Gandhi, marched to the shores of Dandi to make their own salt. This act of defiance sparked a larger civil disobedience movement against British rule and became a significant milestone in India's struggle for independence. Sparta was known in the ancient world for its military discipline and austere lifestyle. In the 7th century BC, a law was enacted that banned luxury consumption and displays of wealth. Spartan citizens were required to own only what they needed for survival. This ban encouraged the Spartans to adopt a strict and disciplined way of life, setting them apart from other Greek city-states. This rigid lifestyle became a cornerstone of Sparta's military strength and reputation. In 1979, the Chinese government implemented the one-child policy to curb its rapidly growing population. This policy allowed families to have only one child, and those who violated the rule faced severe penalties. While the policy succeeded in slowing population growth, it also had profound social impacts. Issues such as gender imbalance, an aging population, and the only child syndrome emerged as unintended consequences. In 2015, the policy was relaxed, allowing families to have 2 children. Thank you for watching. To support us, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. See you in the next one.